Greetings, this is Bus, the practical moral philosopher, keeping with this same topic of bread and circus to help us understand where entertainment fits in with having fun, but at the same time keeping us distracted and from doing what it is that we need to do to overcome European and Jewish domination. So again, we appreciate Kaepernick, Nick Cannon, and other wealthy blacks standing in solidarity with the proletariat so that we can overcome this problem of police murder, which is really part of a larger system of violent repression that has been ongoing ever since Europeans have invaded this land. So this poem is called Freedom Team, and it just helps us keep into perspective the entertainment, okay? Particularly with the NFL and the NBA, where we have this ongoing protest, but also in other entertainment, such as film and music. It's very important to keep those in perspective as well. All right, here it goes. Poem entitled Freedom Team. Let me first say that I like sports, but I don't like being played. So I put this little rhyme together to help us understand the charade. There's nothing wrong with being entertained, but we need to be aware of the psychological game of the ignorant, poor giving to the rich, keeping poverty alive and unchanged. As we participate and spectate in the world of sports, we must be careful with mindless behavior that bypasses our brains. The greedy capitalist bastards who own these teams are only interested in selling us things or just taking up our conversation and our time to keep us distracted while continuing to rob us blind. To give us something to do other than planning a revolution. To perpetuate inequity without any restitution. Sunday, Monday, and Thursday nights make us forget about our subjugated plight. The team-owning top 1% provides us with an outlet to have fun while supporting the police who kill our youth with chokeholds and guns. As the Matrix programs us to focus on ball games, lost and won, ubiquitous violence makes us apathetic and numb. There's nothing masculine about letting our young people die. Solutions evade us because we won't even try, which begs the question of why? Why do we let it be? As we sit around drinking the oppressor's poison and watching sports on TV. Programmed by the idiot box, the boob tube we call television, passively slipping deeper into slavery because the 1% is on a mission. As we have no strategic future vision, leaving us almost condemned to eternal perdition. Being content to emulate the dominant group who continues to slaughter our youth. It's time for us to man up, as by Bob Marley saying, get up, stand up. That means stand up for our human rights. We would scarcely have time to support these sports if we actually put up a fight. Airship to stream football games 3 times a week. Police violently murder black people 3 times a week. Don't be afraid to do the math. In the real game of life, we're on a loser's path. We could use that valuable time to organize and strategize. We're clearly being distracted, encouraged to take our eyes off the prize. And this is not wise. They choked Eric Garner until he could no longer breathe, while we're preoccupied with a fantasy football league. So these new distractions are created for us to get more involved as we forget about our forward progress and completely drop the ball, leaving our communities without common unity and backed against the wall. $40 million slaves giving life and limb to the top 1% team, but the hardworking masses still have no ways and means to fulfill the greater good. Because very little of that money makes it back to the neighborhood, and this is an economic insult. Miseducation permeates the nation and controls the pigskin cult. It's just like Machiavelli predicted, and I'm not telling you anything you don't already know, so why are we still addicted? Because we lack the belief that we can win, and this is our greatest sin. While we blithely support the top 1% as team fans, remember that power concedes nothing without a demand. Although we suffered some defeats in the past, the future is unseen, so don't be afraid of the terror of the top 1%. Support the audacity and tenacity of the freedom team. Thank you.